Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. I'm at the seaside in Cask, and as you can probably tell, it's pretty chilly out here now, but what better to combat the chill than a good dram of scotch. And what I've brought with me today is the Old Perth. Old Perth is actually a bit of a wink towards Perth, which is, that's where blending first started way back when. Perth is a bit north of Edinburgh. Anyway, Old Perth was a brand of whiskies, but it petered out, mid-20th century. But then in 2010, Morrison Distillers, the sons of Stanley P. Morrison, who used to own not Bruichladdich, Bowmore, Auchentoshan and Glengarry, his sons in 2010, they revived this brand and branded it Old Perth with the original 1908 founding date still on the bottle, but it has only been reintroduced in 2010. And what's special about Old Perth is that it is blended malt. So it's not one single malt, but several single malts put together. No grain whiskey in there though. This is a blended malt, but they always bottle blended malt that has matured on a sherry cask. Now they use all types of sherry. They have Amontillado, they have Manzanilla, they have Fino, but they also have the more classic Oloroso, or in this case, Pedro Ximénez. So this is a blended malt, and all the ingredients in this blended malt spent their whole life in Pedro Ximénez sherry cask. Pedro Ximénez obviously being the king of sherry. Now what I have here is no age statement, but this is bottled at a whopping 56.2% ABV, and that's the one I will try today to warm up these chilly bones. Now obviously, as it is matured in a sherry cask, that will give us this beautiful, almost mahogany color in the glass. 56.2%. Let's give this one a try. The Old Perth Pedro Ximénez on the nose. It's got all the traits that you would expect from sherry cask, or from Pedro Ximénez in this case. It's very syrupy. I get some like candied sugar, slightly burnt caramel, but then also lots of red fruits and dark fruits like plums, figs, sultanas, rum raisins, even some raspberry in the back. Very fruity indeed, and also a wee bit spicy. I do get some cloves, making this a bit reminiscent of glue wine, the one you get at the Christmas market, right? Lovely, lovely, intensely sweet though, right on the palate. Very oily, mouth coating, syrupy in fact. And now immediately quite spicy. I get cloves, nutmeg, a bit of black pepper in there. And that underscores this beautiful layer of all red and dark fruits that you can imagine that actually come with Pedro Ximénez influence in a whiskey. The plums, the dates, the figs, the raisins, it's all there. There's even an underscoring hint of milk chocolate and maybe even some espresso coffee in there as well. Very lovely, quite intense on the finish. Long, very sweet, a bit spicy, slightly drawing towards the end, but very satisfying. This is clearly a Christmas dram, or definitely an after dinner dram. This is liquid dessert. Wow. The Pedro Ximénez, the Old Perth Pedro Ximénez release at 56.2%. Absolutely delicious. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, May the malt be with you. Bye-bye.